Hi, welcome back to Ed Foodie. As promised on our last show where we made the country pie, we said a good thing to drink along with that would be Bloody Mary. So I've got all the fixings here for a great Bloody Mary, and then what we'll do is start with a basic Bloody Mary, and then we can add some variations at the end of depending on what your tastes are. So to get started, I don't use tomato juice at all. I use V8 juice and clamato. You know, this may sound kind of nasty, but it does have a really good taste for Bloody Marys. I used to use beefamato, but they don't make it anymore, but this is a very good substitute. So, and I use equal amounts. This is a 3-ounce shot glass. So we'll start with 3 ounces of tomato juice, 3 ounces of the clamato. We may add a little bit more at the end if we have room in our glass. And now I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground pepper, 1/8 of a teaspoon of celery seed, 1/8 of a teaspoon of celery salt. Got a little bit wet. Now I've got 1/8 of a teaspoon of lemon juice, fresh lemon juice. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of Tabasco. And again, depending on your taste, you may want more or less. And 1/2 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. To me, this is really I think, the key ingredient of a Bloody Mary. Now when you're making this, especially when we get to the end, and if we're creating new things, it's best to do your tasting before you put the vodka in. That way, if you don't like it, you're not wasting a whole lot of money. So once you got the taste you like, then put your vodka in. I'm going to just use, and you don't even have to use vodka. I'm going to put maybe 2 ounces. Okay, I'm going to stir this up. I'm going to add some ice. You can have different kind of garnishes. This one I've got lime, cucumber, and a tomato. And then part of my favorite is olives. I love olives in mine. Here I got a lime, olive, tomato, and cucumber. And I like the taste of cucumber infused Bloody Marys. And then always, of course, to make it look great and something to eat healthy. And so this is your basic. Let me set this down and I'll take a taste. Yeah, very good. Now, some variations on this. This is your basic mix. Some variations, like I said, I used to use beefamato juice, which they don't make anymore. That kind of gives it a bloody bull. So bloody bull, you would just add some beef broth. And what I did on this was I used a beef broth cube, but I only put like 4 ounces. I didn't use the full 8 ounces, so it's a pretty strong. So I put in, what was that, maybe a tablespoon. Other things you can use to spice it up a little bit is steak sauce, A1 sauce. Maybe a 1/2 teaspoon. And even pickle juice. Pickle juice is great. or you could use olive juice. Very good, yes. So there you have it. Then if you wanted to, at the end, you could top off with more clamato and V8 juice, again in equal proportions. Now if you really want to turn it up a notch, you can put in about, I got 1/4 of a teaspoon of horseradish. And make sure you get the prepared horseradish, not the horseradish sauce, because that's kind of got the mayonnaise and it's more for like salad dressing. This is just pure horseradish sauce. So I got about 1/4 of a teaspoon there. And then another thing that I just discovered a few weeks ago making these was put a little bit of cilantro. And I suppose you could put mint, dill, I'm sure it would work fantastic as well. And on mine, I just put the vegetables right. Just put it in there, right in there. Cheers.
Cheers. Good.
Fantastic. And there it is, different variations and a great Bloody Mary. Thanks for watching. Please like my video and subscribe to Ed Foodie on YouTube. Thank you.